The Vathus Prime hung dead in space, its massive crystalline hull reflecting the cold light of distant stars. For 3 standard cycles, the Galactic Coalition's finest engineers had puzzled over its quantum drive matrix, a technological marvel left behind by the extinct architects. The warship represented the pinnacle of their civilization, and now it served as humanity's entry exam into the Coalition. Cadet Marcus Rivera floated in the ship's cavernous engine bay, his EVA suit looking primitive against the backdrop of incomprehensible alien machinery. Around him, holographic displays showed centuries of failed attempts by Coalition species to restore the vessel's primary systems. The Zenthari had tried brute force recalibration. The Kithara had attempted harmonic resonance matching. The synthetic Nexus Collective had run probability matrices for decades. All had failed. Deathworlder, Engineer Prime Veltar's voice crackled through the calm, using the term that had become humanity's unofficial designation. Your species has 30 standard minutes to demonstrate worthiness. The Coalition Council grows impatient. Marcus ignored the alien's condescension and focused on the quantum drive core before him. Where others saw elegant, untouchable perfection, he saw a machine complex, yes, but still bound by physics. The architect's technology operated on principles of quantum entanglement cascades, something humanity had only theorized about until 3 months ago. But Marcus had an advantage the Coalition engineers lacked. He came from Earth, a planet so hostile that its dominant species had evolved to solve problems through violent improvisation and adaptive thinking. While other species had spent millennia perfecting single approaches to challenges, humans had learned to see systems from multiple angles simultaneously. The quantum matrix pulsed with dormant energy, its crystalline components arranged in patterns that seemed almost organic. Marcus noticed something the others had missed: microscopic stress fractures in the tertiary stabilization nodes. The architects hadn't built this ship. They had grown it, and like all living systems, it could be injured. The quantum cascade is unstable because of mechanical trauma, Marcus muttered, pulling out his toolkit. Where Coalition engineers had brought sophisticated instruments, Marcus had simple tools: a plasma cutter, molecular adhesive, and pattern welders that could work at the atomic level. Veltar's antenna twitched with amusement. The human believes he can repair architect technology with construction implements. Marcus began cutting away damaged crystal matrices, his movements precise but unconventional. Instead of replacing the components, he rerouted the quantum pathways around the damaged areas, creating bypass channels that utilized the ship's own regenerative systems. It was like performing surgery while the patient healed themselves. The other Coalition observers watched in growing disbelief as Marcus welded quantum tunnels with techniques borrowed from Earth's most dangerous professions: deep-sea welding, space construction, emergency repair protocols developed in the hostile environments that had forged humanity's approach to problem-solving. "Impossible," whispered science counselor Nick Solly. "He's treating the quantum matrix like plumbing." With 15 minutes remaining, Marcus activated his final modification. Instead of trying to perfectly recreate the architect's original design, he had built a hybrid system that combined their quantum principles with human engineering philosophy: robust, adaptable, and designed to function even when damaged. The quantum drive hummed to life. Throughout the ship, systems that had been dark for millennia began awakening. Gravity generators spun up, atmospheric processors engaged, and the navigation core came online with a sound like singing crystal. The Vathus Prime was no longer a tomb, it was a living warship once again. In the stunned silence that followed, Marcus removed his helmet and grinned at the assembled alien observers. Sometimes you don't need to understand something perfectly to fix it. You just need to understand what it's trying to do and help it do it better. Veltar's 6 eyes blinked in rapid succession, a sign of deep shock among his species. "How did you know to route the quantum cascade through the ship's biological systems?" Marcus shrugged. "Where I come from, everything's trying to kill you. You learn to work with what you've got and fix things fast, or you don't survive long enough to overthink the problem. The ship wanted to heal itself. I just gave it the tools to do it." The Coalition Council would later debate whether humanity's acceptance had been the wisest decision in galactic history. But as the Vathus Prime prepared for its first flight in 1,000 years, one thing was clear: The Deathworlders brought something unique to the galaxy, the ability to see solutions where others saw only problems.